Music.
Where is that?
Right there.
Denny Schaefer. He's an idiot.
Well, hi there, everybody. Welcome to our Monday.
Denny Schaefer. He's an idiot.
Oh, it's going to go twice.
Yeah.
So let me get rid of that. There we go. All right. We are set. We are live on all of our social media, and we're very, very excited today. Lots to cover.
It's
But-
our first sponsored podcast.
As I was about to say, take it, Sharon.
So we have today's sponsor of Glassity Staging and Design as our sponsor.
That sounds very familiar. Why do I know that name?
Well, let's play Brittany's intro and we can talk about that.
This, by the way, this is just a really cool thing to have our sponsors to come on and talk about themselves. For somebody who's probably never done this before, she crushed it.
I know.
Here it is, our first paid sponsor, people.
My name is Brittany. I am the owner of Glass City Staging and Design, where we specialize in helping sellers maximize the appeal and value of their homes to potential buyers. So what is home staging and why does it work? Well, to me, home staging is transforming a property to make it as attractive as possible to potential buyers. With the use of modern furniture, trendy decor, and a specific design plan, we're creating that welcoming feel and connection that buyers are really looking for when walking through your home. At Glass City Staging, we take a personalized approach to every home that we stage, carefully assessing each property to work with its existing features and create a look that's both stylish and functional. So if you're looking to sell your home in 2025 and want to ensure that it stands out in today's market, we would love to help you. You can book a free consultation through our website at www.glasscitystaging.com, or you can reach us by phone at 419-304-4822. Are you marketing your house to its home potential?
Bam.
That was awesome.
She nailed it.
What a natural. Maybe
I
it's
know.
because she's a Gen Zer. She's
Well-
young. She's familiar with the camera and social media and all that.
So she actually has a very successful following on Instagram before she took over Glass City Staging.
Okay. Well, she didn't take it over.
Do I need to tell the story?
Go ahead. I mean,
Okay.
we got as long as whatever
Okay,
time
okay.
we got.
All right. So for the past 9 years, I started and ran Glass City Stagers, and just knew that I was, 9 years older. It's a lot of physical work, blah blah blah, and so Brittany had reached out to me, and then she started shadowing me early last year.
By the way, she's a neighbor. She lives like right down the street
I
of
know.
where we used to
So
live,
funny.
which was stunning to me.
Yeah. So anyways, so in a short amount of time, and I totally call this one of my God stories, because he worked out everything about buying this condo, putting our own house up for sale, which had my warehouse attached to it. Enters Brittany. She actually buys the company from me. Total smooth transition. She even moved because my original timeline was thinking to sell at the end of 2024. But with our move and everything else, it got pushed up to October. And she and her husband were more than happy and willing to basically move the warehouse from my location to her new location. And she reminds me so much of myself when I first started out. She is excited. She's fresh. She's whatever it takes to get the job done. She's a professional. She's good at details, follow up. She's got the eye. And she's actually taking the business even further than what I did because she's buying all of her own inventory to have it. So it's her taste of what she thinks would look good in each house. And I just didn't want all that overhead and work. And God love her because she's just taken it to a whole new level. So
Sharon owned Glass City Staging, sold it to Brittany. Brittany is now our first sponsor for the Denny Radio Podcast number 6.
Yep.
Johnny wanted that clarified. I thought that was hers. She did that. Oh, thanks for clarifying.
right, local small business.
Yeah, and there you go. And we got another one on Wednesday. So thank you very much for believing in the Denny Radio Podcast. And so far, it's been a lot of fun. And anything else you want to mention about the...
No, her
staging?
information is scrolling across the bottom. Like she said in her intro, she does consultations for people that are just looking to have someone come in and give them suggestions and ideas of what they can do to improve the look of their house before putting it on the market. She does full-blown vacant staging. She also helps people decorate their houses for themselves.
So
And
maybe
right-
you're not moving.
Right,
You just
and-
want a fresh look for 2025.
Right, because right now, at this time of year, people do. All the holiday decorations are down. They feel a little stagnant in their home, and they just want someone to come in, whether it's helping them just pick out paint choices.
Yeah.
Space planning, all of that good stuff. So yeah.
All right, let's get rolling on today's podcast. I got to say the opinions and views expressed on the Denny Radio Podcast do not necessarily reflect the sponsors. These podcasts are intended for entertainment purposes only. All right, thank you, Julian and Hype Man Chad, Sherry from McCravers, Pat, Johnny, John Castillo. He wants to sponsor.
Oh,
John, there's a line, buddy. There's a line up right now. No, I'll be talking to you, my man.
and Brittany.
Let me see. Let me just there it is. The opinions and views expressed on Denny Radio Podcast are not necessarily. We have to run that.
Is that sad that we have to run that?
Well, yeah, to
Keep you under control?
Well, no. Oh, okay. Because I know I'm the one that,
Hey, I guard myself.
Anyway, okay.
This is a lot harder than what I ever thought it would be.
What do you
to
mean?
be honest.
Doing a podcast?
Yeah.
Doing what? 40 minutes, 3 days a week?
No, because it's just you guarding myself. Don't you ever guard yourself? You never hold back.
F-bombs. Potty language mainly.
Opinion?
I mean,
Judgment? Nothing?
No, I judge everybody. You kidding me? No, there's certain things, like especially when it comes to you, I don't, there's just certain details that I'm just not going to tell you people. Even though I wish I could. I just let God lead it and say what hopefully is entertaining and fun for the listeners, and the podcast is going to grow, and this is all I do for the rest of my days till I die. Right now, as you know, March could be earlier than March, by the way. The daily 3-hour show. Imagine doing a daily 3-hour show by yourself. Well, New Orleans, I did a 4-hour talk show by myself 5 days a week. That was brutal. I was on 5 to 9. I had no partner.
What's her face?
She was a producer who hated
Natalie.
my guts. Who was
not right
never.
away.
She was never on. She never sat in the studio with me every break. She was out doing stuff and coming in and getting anyway. So maybe you have a little more respect for the Den Man and what he's done over the last 40-some years, huh?
Trust me, I do. When you would get up at 2:30 a.m. and drive 45 minutes one way into New Orleans to do radio.
Yep.
It
was a great experience, and God bless me doing it. So there you go. All right. I want to start out. We're gonna talk about the Grammys because I did something I haven't done in 100 years. We watched almost all the way to the end. I couldn't take it past 11. So we're going to get into that. But first, I want to post this. Who is this, Sharon? Any idea who this is?
Isn't that the squirrel from Ohio?
That is Wildwood Willie, the taxidermied rodent groundhog, who was the star yesterday. They put him in the bushes. Snow was falling out at Wildwood Metro Park yesterday morning. He was tucked under a bush. The inanimate rodent cast no shadow under the snow-laden sky Sunday morning. So that means an early spring, ladies and gentlemen, an early spring. Listen, I think this is awesome, and it's one of the things that I love about living here is the metro parks.
The wackiness. Oh, yeah.
I guess it was a 6-year-old girl found him, Wildwood Willie. Anyway,
she found him like when he was
they go
dead?
search for him. What?
Is he?
He's stuffed. He's
Yeah.
taxidermied.
So was he frozen when she found him, and then she took him and had him stuffed? What do you mean by that?
Okay.
She found him.
So Wildwood Willie is a groundhog that has been stuffed. So
I know.
So they hide him. It's like an Easter egg hunt.
Oh.
And they have all these little kids, and there was like 20 kids and like 40 people total, which, I mean, on a Sunday morning, it is the Lord's Day. People could be at church. It was like 10:30 in the morning. And so she found him and was all excited, and people were fired up, and they have a whole Groundhog Day celebration. They have Groundhog Day lore. I don't know what that is. Songs, crafts, and games at the Ward Pavilion. So
What's his name?
Wildwood Willie.
Okay. I want you to say that 3 times fast. Right
Wildwood
now.
Willie, Wildwood Willie, Wildwood Willie. As opposed to Punxsutawney Phil, who says we got 6 more weeks of winter. Listen, honestly, I don't really care since I don't have to drive in it. I mean, yeah, it's going to be 50 today, and I would love to be playing golf today, but, it's just
Where
whatever.
is he at? Pennsylvania?
Wildwood Willie is here locally.
No, I know.
Punxsutawney Phil is in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania.
Right. So
And then
maybe,
there's Woodchuck Chuck or something also in Ohio.
Well,
No.
could Pennsylvania?
I don't know what it is.
I mean, sometimes they get snow, we don't. So maybe their winter. So theirs is supposed to be spring is in 6 weeks. Is that what he said?
No, 6 more weeks of winter according to Punxsutawney Phil. Here's the thing. It's wrong most of the time. Kind of like all our weather people. Doesn't matter. Winter will be over when it's over. The way it is. All right.
Can we stuff one of the meteorologists? Put him up.
There
No?
you go.
No?
Uncensored. There she was. Let's stuff a meteorologist and put him out under a bush. All right. Because that's what they did. All right. I have some Costco news. My beloved Costco, as everybody knows. I love Costco. Sam sucks. Sam's Club. Anyway, I love Costco. And somebody asked me about it. Hey, did you hear Costco could be going on strike? Now, I don't know if Toledo has a union because not every Costco has a union. No, they don't have it in Ohio because it says in the story, the Teamsters Union represents 18,000 Costco workers in 6 states, California, Washington, Maryland, Virginia, New Jersey, and New York. So in Ohio, apparently they can't be part of this. But they struck a deal for the 18,000 people that are in it. So 18,000 out of 272,000 employees. That's like, what, 10%? Not even that are in the union. Anyway, but here's the thing. They're raising their pay from 50 cents to $1 per hour for the employees, which means top scale clerks, the ones that are, can I see your Costco card? And then they scan it, and then how was it? Did you find everything? And then they do their thing, and then you say, hey, thank you. They're going to be making, the top end people, over $30 an hour.
Dang, I'm going to apply.
$30 an hour.
It's more than I'm making now.
It's the first thing I thought. Yeah, but you're paid in so many other ways,
Oh.
honey. Anyway, $30 an hour equates to over, I think I wrote it down here somewhere, over $62,000 a year if you work a 40-hour work week.
You need to get Josh in there.
Scanning at Costco, which makes Costco even more awesome. Now, what it isn't going to make it awesome is if all their prices are going to go up. But in the meantime, you can relax that Costco is not going to go on strike and blah, blah, blah. I just thought that was very interesting. Yes.
You would be good at that job.
At Costco?
Yeah.
I would. Maybe that's what God wants me to do. Maybe I'm just doing this because this is all I know how to do. Maybe I need to go to Costco.
No, you know what you would be good at?
What?
One of the displays where you're testing and, senior influencer. That's you.
You mean a sampler? One of the sample people?
Senior sampler influencer.
That could be coming too, because I am a senior and we are very influential. All right. The other thing, some sporting news before we get into the Grammys. And, Tommy Outwell. Thank you, Tommy. Oh, Tommy says, I refuse to buy from a store that charges me to buy from them. Tommy, here's the deal. The membership pays for itself in gas. There you go. In your savings. I'm a huge fan. So, anywho. All right. Sporting news, Buckeye fans. So you lost your defensive coordinator. He went to Penn State. Okay. You won the Natty, which is awesome. Back-to-back Big Ten. Well, it's now being reported that Chip Kelly, the offensive coordinator for Ohio State, he was the head coach at Oregon, UCLA. He was also coaching in the NFL for the Eagles and the Niners. Well, it's now been reported that he is returning to the NFL, leaving Ohio State, and he will be the OC for the Las Vegas Raiders. According to Sports Illustrated's Albert Breer, Kelly is going to make $6 million a year to be the offensive coordinator. $6 million, a number that makes him the highest paid coordinator in the NFL. So we'll see.
That's a whole nother topic of podcast right there. How much they make.
Now, are we talking college coaches? Are we talking pro coaches? Are we talking about players?
Yes.
Or
yes.
just Sharon has a thing that they make way too much money. And my philosophy is if you don't pay coaches and players money, then usually one owner and their family gets rich beyond belief, which they already are anyway. So why not pay the people that actually help put the product on the field or court or arena or field? Pay them. They're the ones that are busting their butt doing it every day. She doesn't agree.
I think it's the same with entertainers too, because I'm like, here's why. Here's my little analogy. When a teacher is asking for, say, help, is that Joshua Schaefer? Oh,
Joshua.
Oh my gosh, I thought Josh was watching.
No, he's not even up yet.
Yeah.
Kid, he's a college kid.
You know, like when a teacher needs help, let's just say hypothetically,
like our daughter, who's a teacher.
Yeah. Okay. And is told what you teach doesn't mean as much as, like, say, math, biology, science, whatever. I mean, I guess I look at it like the whole, I mean, like, what is that teaching us in life?
You can't compare it because it's an entertainment.
I just did.
It's an entertainment dollar. You know, listen, I think it's wrong. I think teachers, firefighters, cops, all first responders, people that have like jobs that can affect the nation, especially during critical times. Teachers molding the next generation. They should be making more money.
Nurses.
Oh, yeah. Everybody involved in the care of other people, right, and the molding of minds and brains. Of course, some teachers shouldn't be teachers. They're just, shouldn't be.
No, but it's a calling. It's a passion. When you look at teachers, nurses, preachers, teachers, as in preacher teacher, as in church, besides education teacher.
Anyway, these are professional athletes and entertainers, and we need that. We need that as an escape from, maybe whatever you got going on in your life. I don't have the answer for it other than if you don't pay the athletes and the coaches the money, one family, one person is just going to get richer than they already are. What would really be nice is if we could find out a better way to fund our schools and our teachers. But I think that's another podcast for another day. What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of,
anything else you want to say about that?
Well, no. Shannon says hello from the West Coast.
Oh, hey, Shannon.
You could
San Diego, by the way.
We could parlay that into the artist last night who ripped radio labels about
record labels
about
health insurance.
Yeah. It was Chappelle Roan's.
Okay.
When she was addressing from her journal right there.
While she was wearing her dunce cap.
I think.
That was an outfit, man.
Oh my gosh.
First, before we go down this road too
Oh my
far,
gosh.
I surprised myself last night. I was watching Rory in the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am win his first tournament of the year by 3 strokes, by the way. Sitting out in the catio, having a scotch and smoking a stogie, watching that. And then it was like, I don't know, 7:45. And I'm like, all right, we're going to watch this. And we watched nonstop till after 11. And I surprised myself. One, I mean, not that I have a problem staying up late now that I'm more of a night owl. I actually enjoyed it. Did you like it? The show, the Grammys?
I have turned into my parents.
Well, listen, I'm not
Because-
going to be listening to that music, but
No.
there's some talented people out there. There's some quirky, weird people.
Oh my gosh.
As a matter of fact, Exhibit A. Let me bring one up right
he was
here.
There?
No, I got it. I still haven't figured this guy.
That's Will Smith's son.
I know.
That's Jaden.
He was there on the red
What
carpet with the
is-
castle head.
What's the message?
I don't know.
Someone said he's grounded and his mother wouldn't let him leave the house.
Is that what they said? He's getting crushed, by the way. Here you go. There's a little full.
Oh, I have video of him, and then his sister is next to him in a bra and underwear with a jacket. It's like the styles. What is going on? But
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Does that have something to do with the fires in LA, the Black
Maybe.
Castle
I don't know.
house in shreds?
It may be the greatest political statement against global warming because of all the fires by wearing a burnt up castle on your head.
And I didn't think
'Cause
Will,
go
I
ahead.
didn't think Will Smith was supposed to be back at the Grammys.
Oh, he's back.
After the whole, well, he was last night, but after the whole Chris Rock slap, I thought he got banned for life.
No, that was the Oscars.
Oh.
That wasn't Grammys.
So it was
Oscars. No, he did the tribute to Quincy Jones, which I don't know. Were you impressed with that?
it was a tribute to himself. See?
Well, here's the thing. Quincy Jones discovered him. Quincy discovered him. Without Quincy Jones, there would be no Will Smith. That's it.
I understand.
So-
you let that be known.
Kind of a good, I would say, a decent guy to narrate it. I just didn't think. Well, hold on a second. There's apparently I do have what the whole Jaden Smith thing was all about. He has a new parody song. Would you like to hear it?
No.
Good. I'm glad that
You know
you want to
what?
hear it.
Is this what happens? I'm gone all morning and I walk in the door before we go. And you're like, I was down there all morning downloading stuff. And I'm like what? And you wouldn't tell me. This is what you're working on? Play it.
So here's why he had the castle on his head. Check it out.
Well, I think I got a house on my head. Yes, I think I've got a house on my head. Looking like a fool. Looking like a fool. I need attention so badly. I'm walking red carpet with a house sticking on my head. Yes, I think I have a house on my head.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, I think I
ruined
got
a
a
perfect
house on my
feel-good
head. I'm looking like a fool.
We have to listen to the whole thing and we got it.
Relax. It's almost over.
Look at me. I put a house on my head. I did this myself.
That's why it's his new song and it's #1 on the iTunes right
Oh
now.
my gosh.
There you go. All right. Do you want to hear the montage or not of all the winners? Do we care?
No.
Okay.
Okay. So let's get back to the Quincy Jones tribute.
Okay. Go ahead.
Cynthia.
Go ahead.
No, Cynthia Eviro.
I have no idea.
She was in Wicked. She came out to sing "Fly Me to the Moon," which did
Cynthia
Quincy
Erivo.
write it?
Yeah.
Write it with Frank Sinatra wrote it with Quincy, or they performed it or something.
Well, Quincy, I believe, produced some of Frank's music.
Right.
So they were tight, and it was quite controversial back then because Frank is white.
Right. So Herbie Hancock was at the piano.
Which he looked really old to me, which breaks my heart because he probably is old, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, but he played it. So they kicked it off with Fly Me to the Moon, and her voice is just amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. And then I felt like it just kind of went downhill from there.
Well, hold on. Do you want to hear any of that or no?
Of what? Her singing?
Let me see if
I
I
listen
have
to
it.
her singing any day.
Oh, no, I guess I don't have it set up.
And then it ended with Janelle Monáe doing Michael Jackson, Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. And of course, I would never want that task because everyone's going to be comparing you to Michael Jackson. But she actually did.
She crushed it.
A really great job.
She moonwalked.
She did. And it was kept nice and small. And then the last girl who sang, I can't remember her name.
Hold on. I think I have it. Okay. Here's part of the just 15 seconds of her doing Michael Jackson. And, and then she moonwalked. That's why they cheered. She nailed it. I mean, that sounds just like Michael, doesn't it?
Well, she was singing to the track. You could tell.
No, the band. No, they had a band. They had a band behind her. No, they had a band.
Track.
Hold on.
It has.
Hold on.
Dude.
That's a band. Hold on. They had a full orchestra there, but maybe it was track. I don't know. Anyway, go ahead.
I thought Sabrina Carpenter singing Espresso. I love that song.
You want to hear her acceptance speech?
No,
I got 10 seconds of it.
No.
Okay, never
But
mind.
I just saw today what she did. Remember when she was coming down the steps and all that? That was she was redoing like the Goldie Hawn. Goldie Hawn did a similar thing.
And fell?
No, she just was walking.
That's the blondie girl.
And she was walking
what's
down,
it called?
and then she was walking down the steps, and all of a sudden she walks down behind the steps, and then she appears over the top. Her whole then went into tap dance. Her whole performance was really good, funny, tasteful, class. I mean, she just sang a little bit of dance, a little bit of Broadway. I thought she really.
See, that's the thing that surprised me is I actually enjoyed the singing and. Other than, I mean, some of the stuff was weird and creepy. There was some creepy stuff going on, like The Weeknd when he was singing and he was all spooky and all the people were flailing. And then somebody else did one where it looked like everybody was naked. That was his. That was Weeknd?
Yeah, because you were like,
I'm like, are they naked?
Well, Billie Eilish, I thought she did a really good job.
You want to hear her music?
No. Teddy Swims, Lose Control. Now, here's my question, though, because a competitor on The Voice in January of 2023 performed that song. So why was he up for the song?
I don't know.
I want to make sure I have that year right, because I remember her performing it, and it was so good 1 year ago. She sang Lose Yourself on The Voice.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, yeah.
I'm looking forward to The Voice this year. When's it start? This month sometime?
Oh, I don't know.
There's somebody from Toledo that's on it. There's a girl from Toledo. Anyway, as we do more podcasts, I'm sure we'll be talking about it.
Yeah. Lady Gaga and Bruno's.
You want to hear any of that audio?
Yeah, California Dreamin'. I thought that
so
was
that
good
one you
because
do
they
wanna
were
hear.
all trying to do songs pertaining to LA.
Well, because of the fire. So here's a little sample of those guys singing together. Pretty good.
I'd be safe and warm if I was in LA. California dreaming on such a winter's day. Stopped into a church. I passed along the weed.
Anyway, there's a little sample. You know what was interesting is how many years ago when Lady Gaga was doing all her outrageousness and Miley Cyrus was doing all her outrageousness. And then you watch last night's and you're like, well, they paved the way for all these people with the girl dressed like a clown with the dunce cap on her head with all the makeup. The one that you mentioned, Chappelle, whatever. And then what was the woman who wore the big pants with the...
They're like pantaloons with like hoops in them. And
she couldn't even hardly walk, and she ended up winning something.
Wasn't she the rapper?
Then she
performed later, and then she whipped off her clothes, and she had on tidy whities and a bra.
Oh,
I'm like, what is going on?
It was crazy. Was she?
So Kanye,
hold on. Was that Ducey?
No.
DOECHII. Douche.
You sound like your mom and dad.
Whatever. Listen, here's something I did like about it for the new artist of the year. They had Benson Boone, who I never heard of. Dude's got a good voice. He's sitting there at the table, and then he pulls out his mic, and then he starts singing. I had no idea who he is. And then he pulls the thing off, and he is wearing a powder blue jumpsuit,
leisure suit,
which was awesome. And then he sang his song. So they had all the, new artists of the year. And then my man Shabuzi comes on and crushes it with Tipsy and Good News. And then Ray, R-A-Y-E, remember her? Because we both commented.
She's the one that ended the Quincy Jones. It ended with her, didn't it?
I don't know, but she sang Oscar-winning Tears, whatever. What a voice. The only thing that bums me out is, Shabuzi should have won, my man, but it is what it is. But I thought that was kind of cool, the way they had all of them do like a little montage all together. I thought it was good.
Well, so we're watching the Grammys, and you have Kanye West and his wife. She's completely naked under her long fur coat. They get bounced from the award show because they weren't invited. Okay.
I think that was a rumor. I don't think it's true, but go ahead.
It was all over social media.
This morning I read that those were all rumors and they weren't kicked out.
And then Chrissy Teigen, she had on some lingerie, lace, black, barely covering anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then the girl that stripped down to her tidy whities to perform. And then you have Will Smith's daughter, who was just in like a bathing suit or bra and underwear under her. I'm like, what? And then Jaden with his house on his head, and then the pantaloons, and then the girl with the clown makeup. And so here is literally a text I get from a friend last night. What in the actual hell is happening here? Oh my gosh, I died laughing.
That's funny.
So anyway, yeah.
All right. I mean, I enjoyed the heck out of it. Honestly, I mean, we only watched it for the podcast.
Right.
But I'm giving it an 8 out of 10 for the show because the performances were amazing. The sets, the changes, just whoever produced that, the actual show. I mean, Trevor Noah didn't get too political, other than he did make a joke about illegal immigrants voting for the Grammys, whatever. But it wasn't like, people in the past, who call out certain politicians or whatever. I enjoyed it. I'm giving it an 8. What's your number? 10 being awesome, 1 being stinkeroo.
Well, first of all, the Grammys are voted on within the
13,000 people.
Yeah, it's
producers, writers,
not fans. Right, it's not
correct.
Yeah,
correct.
So, what would I give it? Well, I was a little bit troubled because of the LA fires. I'm gonna be honest. That they would still have the show and all the money that was poured into the show, all the outfits, all the jewelry. I know people, I'm judging. Boom, down goes my gavel. But that's a little hard to, I can't, maybe I'm not.
So would you want them to cancel it and say, because of the fires, we're not going to do it this year? Or do you want to give people a distraction that are hurting to watch something cool that promotes the heck out of Los Angeles And I thought it was very cool the way that they gave away free airtime, which costs thousands and thousands of dollars to local small businesses that were lost because of the fires. I thought that was cool. There was only like, 4 of them, but it was still cool. So what's the answer? Just do nothing and be miserable, or do a show and give people something to be excited about in a community that has suffered like they've never suffered before?
I don't know. Did they honor any of the firefighters? I mean, were the
Yes,
first
they
responders?
did. Actually, we went to bed before then. They came out and announced Record of the Year, which, by the way, was Beyonce. So she won Country Record of the Year, and then she won, I guess, Pop Record of the Year. Let me see if I have that info down here.
Is that for one and the same album?
Yeah.
Record?
Yeah.
The Hold'em, Texas Hold'em?
I don't think it's Texas Hold'em. I don't know the name of it.
That was her big, I thought that was her big thing.
Cowboy Carter, I believe, was the name of the album.
Right, but Texas Hold'em was the name of the song.
Okay, I don't know.
That was viral.
The Beatles even won one, which was amazing because 2 of them are dead. Anyway, Beyonce made history, first Black artist to win Best Country Album with Cowboy Carter. The album also won Album of the Year. So she won Best Country Album and Best Album.
Yeah, there's a lot of division on that one, of her winning that.
By who?
People. What do you mean by who?
What are they saying?
That she's not a country artist and she shouldn't have been nominated for that. Well, because look at it. Last year she got snubbed, right? At the Country Music Awards. She didn't win any. She was not.
At the CMAs?
I don't even think she was nominated.
CMAs, yes.
Billboard
Well,
awarded her.
it's country, and she doesn't look country, let's just say.
Shabuzi, hello.
Shabuzi's black. He's like a country dude. I know. So why wouldn't they accept her? They accept Shabuzi. I'm just wondering. Her music sounds country to me.
Well, the one record, right?
No, the whole album is country.
I know. Record, album, vinyl, whatever you want to call it.
Okay, so there's like 10 cuts on an album. Every one is country.
I know.
So it sounds country. Why
they're probably, maybe their problem is that she's always been R&B and pop, and now she probably wanted to break a barrier and be the first African-American to win a country award. And so CMA didn't have her, whatever. Billboard nominated her last year. I think she won it.
She won it. That just got announced.
And now the Grammy. So everybody's like, oh, well, who paid for that? You know, I mean, so I'm just saying what's out there.
So you think there's controversy that she really,
controversy.
Okay. So in your opinion, is she worthy of any of these awards, or is she overrated?
I haven't listened to the album, so I really don't know.
Okay. I haven't either. I've only heard little clips, so I don't know, but it sounds country to me.
Well, yeah, it's country, but is she going to stay in the country genre, or is she going to go back, now that she's won her award, go back to the R&B and hip hop and that pop? That's the question. Because Shabuzi is country in and out. Blaney, country in and out. Faith Hill, country in and out. You know?
Taylor Swift, oh wait, she started country and left. What do we make of her? If she puts out a country album, should the Country Music Awards go, yeah, guess what? You were one of us, but then you left and you made billions of dollars and you're dating a famous football player. But we are not going to accept you because you left and now you're back. No. I mean, I don't have a problem with it. What I love about the whole Beyonce and the whole country thing, it really makes people check themselves racially that are country fans. Like true country fans that, you know, listen to country. That's it. That's the only music. There's country and Western. There's no other type of music. You know, the people that have truck nuts on their trucks that love, you know, that genre. But somebody like Beyonce, you know, it makes them go, nope, not on my country radio station. Anyway, it challenges people on what they think about when it comes to racism. And I think that's part of the reason why she is not being accepted. because of race. There you go.
Okay.
What else?
Nothing.
You see if there's anything else I got here.
Did we talk about our weekend?
No, I was just going to shift over to that. Make sure. I still think Shabuzi got hosed.
Oh, not a good idea to tell your wife to relax, Denny.
When did I say tell you to relax?
Don't you tell me?
Huh. Maybe I don't even realize I'm saying it because it's not me saying it. Maybe it's the Lord speaking through me. Anywho, pardon me. I'm still congested, people. Joshua says,
you don't have norovirus, do you?
He says, I got to go back to sleep. I will listen to this while I work tonight. You two are awesome. Thanks for doing this.
Who said that?
The guy you thought it was our son, Joshua Steffen.
Oh.
And then there's Kevin and Robin from Atlanta, Fellowship Bible Church. They're watching. Hey, Denny and Sharon.
How do you know where they're from?
Because I know who that is.
Kevin Schroeb?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Don't you remember?
Well, no, I do
Jackie
remember.
Porter agrees with Sharon, our old neighbor. Jay-Z took care of his wife. I'm not sure what that means.
Oh, Laura is saying when you were playing that dumb song.
Whatever.
You told me to relax when I'm like,
Oh, that's where I did do it. Yeah. See, I find those little parody songs entertaining. I just do.
It's because you're a child. You're a 65-year-old child.
Okay. Well,
but see, now look, I'm getting attacked by your followers because I said something negative about it.
Okay, so for 43 years, I don't know if you know this, I used to be on the radio every day, and I'm going to be back on in March. And my philosophy as always was to put on the best entertaining show you possibly can. And sometimes that means comedy bits, okay, including parody songs. And there are certain parody songs that when you're talking about a subject, like a guy with a freaking burnt out castle on his head, and then there's a parody bit song that is entertaining, because if you look back on our video, Sharon, when I first started playing it, your first reaction was you cracked up. You started laughing.
Of the song?
Yeah, when I first started playing it. When I first started playing the song.
Frankie Valley, or Frankie.
It wasn't Frankie Valley.
It was the
It was Mamas and the Papas.
Oh, that was California Dreaming.
Oh.
No, you took
I didn't take anything.
And destroyed a song.
Is that who it is?
Yes.
Was it the Four Seasons?
Yes.
I don't remember it. Hold on, let me play it again.
Well, I think
Oh yeah, it's Frankie. Frankie Valley and the Four Seasons. My bad. I got my songs screwed up. Anyway, I find them entertaining, and some people are going to like them. Some people don't for whatever reason. But I'm not going to stop playing them, just so you know. So, all right, our weekend. Friday, did nothing, stayed home. I didn't even leave the house on Friday. We did our podcast. I did not leave the house, which was awesome. Just hung out at home. I didn't even think was that the night we watched the movie?
Oh yeah. We watched the movie Lee.
Lee movie.
With Kate
Winslet.
Recommendation by my friend Kim.
And rated R. There were some rated R parts. Oogly googlies. Just saying. Anyway,
we saw enough of that last night on the Grammys.
There was.
Beyonce was having an underwire issue. They were poking her Beyonce's. I'm like, girl, you are a multimillionaire and you can't have those underwires sewn in that dress now? Yeah. Come on, girl.
You got something against Beyonce, I think, or her underwire.
I think she is beautiful, and I think she's talented.
She is.
She's in the movie Dreamgirls.
Yeah.
She is stunning.
Anyway, so the Lee movie is about a woman, World War II photographer. She was a model, and then she got old and became a photographer, got on the other side of the camera. She worked for, was it Vogue?
Yeah.
And then she took all these unbelievable pictures.
Yeah.
During the war, she went over and she went to, I think, 2 different concentration camps and took all these horrific pictures. And when she died,
Are you going to tell the?
Plot?
Well, yeah. Just
When she died, her son found a whole bunch of these pictures and had no idea what they were. So he went on a mission to find out what it was or where these came from and all this stuff. And that's how he discovered who his mom was and what she did. And they turned it into a movie, a book, and now into a movie. Why is that
based on a
Wreck-It?
true story. It was a little hard to get into, but then it was. What'd you say about maybe halfway? We're like, all right,
gave
one
it-
more segment, and then she finally got
Yeah.
stationed, and she has to go to the front line.
It was like, yeah, once she got into combat and stuff, I thought it was really good.
Mhm.
I mean, it's probably a 6, maybe on my scale.
She's such a phenomenal
6 out of 10.
actress, though.
She is very, very good.
Yeah.
So we did that Friday night. Saturday, the UT game.
Thank you, Brad and Mary Crown.
That was awesome.
Mhm.
It's a little closer game than we all thought.
Well, they were
That's all I'm saying.
UT was up by
17.
18 at
Something like that.
halftime, and then they won by
3.
Yeah.
Something like that. It got close. It was a little nerve wracking. And then Stubborn Brothers Pizza. Stubborn Brother Pizza. It's not Stubborn Brothers. It's
No.
Stubborn Brother.
Right.
Anyway,
It's just one
Rick
brother.
Clare, fan club card, Rick Clare, which by the way, I think he's going to be joining us for our Friday Super Bowl pre thingy jobby on Friday at noon, talking Super Bowl. He'll be part of the Denny Radio podcast. So you're taking the day off?
Yes. It's a boys club.
Okay.
Boys club Friday.
Anyway, and others to be named part of that Friday. Anyway, so him and Chump, his buddy, and who actually works for him too, and he's a paramedic. Anyway, we went over there, and I'd been there before, but I only had their pizza, and I thought, yeah, this pizza is really good. Well, I had the stromboli, the all-meat stromboli with the ham, the Italian sausage, and pepperoni. Oh my. First off, I couldn't even eat the whole thing. And then I had the rest of it yesterday. And I'll tell you what, I give that a 9.5. 9.5. Awesome. Your thoughts?
Well, so we have been to, what's the one in Mommy?
The Village Idiot.
Yes. So we went to the Village Idiot last year. My first time I had been there. And I was blown away by that pizza.
Awesome pizza there as well.
So,
And if they want to give us free pizza, we'll take it.
and then we went to Stubborn Brother, and I have heard so much about it, but I am telling you what, man, that was delicious. Delicious. And it's a fun atmosphere, roomy, private booths that are in a U shape. So it's not just like 2 and 2 across the table. It's, high tops bar and all of that. But
I love the Toledo sign.
I know, that's really cool.
It's Toledo, and it's not neon. It's like they're in lights, but it's
They're
not
like
neon.
Broadway lights.
Yeah. It's
Broadway.
pretty cool.
But yeah, absolutely delicious. I had the pizza with the stuff that you don't like. But the crust is so crispy and it's a little sweet. The sauce is laid on kind of thin, not real thick, and that was delicious. It was like,
Yeah.
I felt like Ratatouille. It was like explosion in your mouth.
It was really good. So we love that. And then Saturday night, after that, we came home and made crazy love for 2 hours.
I'm sorry.
Did I say
Still
2
get
hours?
that.
I meant 2 minutes. Anyway, so Stubborn Brother, we recommend that. And then we came home and that's when I watched more golf and I had a cigar. And then you were
I'm
watching
seeing a theme here.
something else. What are you watching? Suits?
Yeah, I mean, that's one of
Saturday?
my go-to shows. But
Anyway, and then Sunday, of course, we church online because they're talking about money. And I'm like, I'm not going in if they're talking about money. So we just watched church online.
no, we watched the John Daly show, the Jon Stewart Daily Show. He is thinking hilarious.
He is funny.
He is hilarious. And St. Dennis Medical. We tape it on Tuesday nights, and that's funny
Also
show.
funny.
Yeah.
Very funny show. So we were watching some of that this weekend. And I started working on taxes. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, I hate taxes, but I gotta get on it because you realize that in 10 days I'm having my knee operated on.
Oh, goody.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Aren't you excited to help me off the toilet? Especially after I do some boom boom.
Okay, are we done?
We can be.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brittany.
So,
GlassCityStaging.com.
Yes. If you need your house vacantly staged or tweaked or space planned, you're planning to sell it by owner, have her come through with her eye, her professionally trained eye, and she will help you market your house to its home potential.
By the way, Laura agrees with you. I got your back, Sharon. That song was dumb.
Thanks, girl.
Whatever. Somebody liked it. Anyway, Wednesday, we'll be back on. Not sure what we're going to be doing, but have a great day. Share.